Good afternoon. Welcome to Afternoon Chat. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. The chat's up and running. It's Friday. How's everybody doing today? Ready for the weekend? I'm not going anywhere. It's freezing outside. We're in the middle of a winter storm here. I'm in Michigan. The high today, according to my phone, is 2 degrees. So I'm not going out there. I'm not even looking out the window. I probably won't come out of the house till Tuesday. I saw in the forecast Tuesday's supposed to be 20 degrees. Okay, I'll go out at 20. But at 2 degrees, no thank you. So what do you guys got going on? Big plans for Friday night? Let me guess. Drinking, gambling, carrying on. All the typical. Well, I might have a beer. If I'm watching Tom Grassi's Q&A, I'll probably have a beer while I watch that. But no real plans. Crumbleina might come over. Well, she's brave, but she's only got to go from her car to my door. You know what I mean? She ain't walking over. Well, her car got repaired last week, so it's in good shape. So what do you guys got on your mind today? I did not really watch the news this morning. Oh, I was watching TMZ. I didn't want any more negatives. We had so many negatives come down this week. All right, enough's enough. Let's get into the weekend. Couple of big football games coming up on Sunday. But, essentially there's only 3 games left. None of them got the Lions in them, so I'm not watching that close, okay? So what are you guys up to? No nap today. I'm winging it. Well, I figure it's Friday. I can get through on Friday. It's not a big deal. Yeah. Dead of winter in Michigan. You're either one of those that's out there at the ski resorts, or you're ice fishing or snowmobiling, or you're the exact opposite of the spectrum, and that's me hiding indoors with the heater on set to 80. When I was young, I used to do a lot of winter sports, but not so much nowadays. So afternoon chats Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The stars of the show are the people that get into the chat. They determine what we talk about. They basically run the show. There's no midstream ads, no commercials of any kind, no sponsors of any kind. I'm not trying to sell you anything. The show does not have a script. There is no agenda. I just get on here and wing it 5 days a week, folks. Okay. I'm not trying to control and manipulate people. I'm not trying to scare people. I'm simply trying to meet and talk to people. Been running this show 5 months now. Things are picking up. Each week, the show gets more viewers. Each week, we're connecting with more people. I don't care what we discuss. You want to talk current politics, you want to talk world affairs, you want to talk Christmas cookie recipes, it's fine by me. I'm not going to put a thumb on the scale and weigh the show and say, oh, we have to talk about this topic. When no one gets into the chat, then we're stuck with whatever's on my mind. Okay. I'm not going to live stream dead air. So if I get to rambling and you want to change the subject, jump in the chat, change away. If I go down a rabbit hole and you want to make a comment, jump in. If you don't want to, you're not required to. Okay. YouTube tells me I need to ask people to like and subscribe, but that's free. If you want to be able to chat, you are going to need the Discord app from YouTube. It's free. According to my analytics that I get on my channel, most people watch this show on TV, but they use another device, their phone, a tablet, iPad, or computer to chat. I'm told that the latest TVs, the newest smart TVs, have chat built into them, and you can just use the TV remote, but I haven't seen it yet, so, and I'm not telling anybody to go out and buy a brand new TV. Okay. I'm not telling you to buy anything ever. When I designed this show, I wanted it to be free, unstructured. I give the people in the chat the control of the show. Works for me. I don't have to make any decisions. Think about it. I did the initial, I named the show Afternoon Chat. I picked the initial hours. But if we end up moving the show, maybe it becomes evening chat or morning chat. I don't care. I'm giving you 10 hours a week, 2 hours, 5 days a week. Okay. That's what I'm giving you for free. We can discuss anything you want to talk about, provided we stay within the community guidelines established by YouTube. That's our only platform, so we don't want to piss them off. Okay. If we follow their rules and 5 months in, nobody's ever violated the rules. 5 months in, I've never heard a bad word from YouTube. So we must be doing something right. Okay. I'm not sweating it. I mentioned yesterday, after 5 months, no one has even said a bad word to me in the chat. Seriously. And it's not like I'm one of these professional journalists or anything. I have no clue what I'm doing. Okay. And I'm comfortable with that. I compare it to a blind man that just bought a new house. You're kind of feeling your way through, trying not to walk into any walls, right? That's what I'm doing. Over the course of the 5 months, Spectrum has failed me a number of times. But in the last week, everything's running smooth. So I can't complain this week. Okay. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm a cigarette smoker. That's your proof that I'm not AI. Okay. AI doesn't smoke. Okay. I'm just a guy sitting on his couch. Seriously. Most of my adult life, I was working in Las Vegas, Nevada. I worked in the table games departments of the casinos. I started out as a dealer, dealing blackjack, craps, roulette, poker. 33 years later, I was forced to retire. I had a traffic accident. But I'm okay. I'm alive. Okay. Don't sweat it. But, I never dreamed that I was going to become a podcaster. Never entered my mind. And now that I'm doing it, I kind of like it. Okay. Well, number one, I'm sitting on my couch in my living room. I'm not in a sound studio. I don't have production managers and makeup artists and all that stuff. What you see is what you get, folks. What do you expect for a free? Okay. The only thing you can do wrong in here really is not have a good time. I honestly believe interactive TV is what's in our future. So if you've ever wanted to talk to your TV, jump in the chat. Have at it. You can't blame me for the other channels and what they do or say. That's not my fault. The only show I'm responsible for is this one. I have no agenda. I know, it just freaks people out. I used to do that to my kids. By the time they were 5, I'd just turn to them and say, all right, you're in charge. Freaked them out. My youngest turned to me, he says, I don't want to be in charge. And I said, well, neither do I. I dumped it on you first. So you guys are in charge. What do you want to discuss? No, I'm not going to put on a suit and tie and pretend to be something that I'm not. I don't care. I don't look at ratings, okay? I'm not trying to beat Don Lemon or the Majority Report, or I'm not competing with them. Yeah, I'm a far cry from a Joe Rogan podcaster. I'm not trying to compete with these guys. I don't interview people other than the people in the chat. I have no desire to do that. I don't want the show to be about politics. I don't want the show to be about science. I don't want the show to be about cultural issues. I want the show to be about the people in the chat and what's on their mind. What are their priorities? Since I started this, I've talked to people in 8 different countries. I like that. It's just like working a blackjack table in Vegas. Anybody can stroll by, stop in for 20 minutes and visit, and then get up and leave. It's the exact same thing, only this time I don't have to take their money. Okay. When I was doing this in Vegas, they would lose at the table. I would have to take their money or pay them the house's money. Yeah, setting the place on fire. No big deal. It's just totally different in that aspect. No money's involved, but it's the exact same thing. I think most people that jump in here only stay for 15, 20 minutes. I don't require them to do anything. I do need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours eventually, but that's for YouTube, so I can get my channel monetized and eventually do other projects that might possibly make me money. But I'm not requiring it of anyone. Yeah, I really might have set the place on fire here. Pardon me. It just smells like something's burning. I don't know. If you see flames behind me, somebody jump in the chat and tell me to get the fire extinguisher, will you? Yeah, just me being out of control. No big deal. It's Friday. Anything can happen on Friday. I'm a little more energetic today. I had more caffeine. I'm getting into my afternoon routine here, but well, normally I drink decaffeinated coffee, but Crumbelina, my friend, has got me on a regimen now, and I'm putting 2 things in my coffee in the morning. And one of the things that I'm putting in my coffee has caffeine. It's matcha green tea. Crumbelina says it's good for me. So I'm doing what she says. I have no idea. She researches all this stuff. She researched and she got me all my vitamins. I take I got them right here. I'll show you. I take a vitamin D. I don't know, a lot of glare off of that. Vitamin D Pure. That helps me not get depressed in the wintertime. It's like a supplement for sunlight, I guess. It works. She's had me on that for a couple of years. Then she's got me on this Zinc 3 complex. It's got vitamin C and copper and zinc. I don't know. I'm doing what I'm told. Okay. She researched it, not me. And now she's got me on fish oil. It's supposed to help with my cholesterol. And then She's got me putting collagen and that matcha tea in my morning coffee. And she's got me using honey instead of sugar. You get a friend, you decide you trust them, they're willing to do all the research. Ta-da. Here we are. Okay. Well, the older you get, I'm 68, right? The older you get, the more you listen to health conscious people. Now, she eats all organic stuff and all that, you know. She's a little Miss Goody Two Shoes, you know. Me, not so much. I tried restricting my diet for a year. And then I had blood draws taken and whatnot. And then they measured my cholesterol. And by changing my diet, I lowered my cholesterol by 6 points. And so I went back into the doctor and I said, I'm going to eat whatever the hell I want. So I blew the diet. And now I eat hot dogs and ham steaks, you know, these prepared meats or processed meats that I'm not supposed to eat. Lunch meat, you know. I cut down on my bacon. Does that count? Well, these are comfort foods to me. I had 3 hot dogs for dinner last night. I went out to the kitchen to make a quesadilla and had 3 hot dogs instead. What's wrong with that? I like hot dogs. What can I tell you? It's all right. The worst can happen is I die. And like I said, I'm already 68. So I'm doing all right. My grandfather on my father's side was a cigarette smoker. He lived till he was 85. My father was a cigarette smoker. He's still alive at 87. I'm figuring I should be good till I'm 90. Okay. Which gives me, 22, 21 and a half years later. My birthday's in 2 months or something. Well, I look at it like this, I'll make an attempt, but I enjoy smoking. I quit once for 5 months, cold turkey. I gained 20 pounds and decided I'd rather smoke. That's the short story. So what do you guys want to talk about? What are your plans for the weekend? I'm going to watch football and maybe a few movies over the weekend. I started watching, I don't know, what was it this weekend? Oh, some The Chronicles of a Young Indiana Jones or something. They're like an hour and a half per episode or something. I started watching those. Mainly, I watch news, you know, unfortunately. Well, this week, the news was just all horrible crap. The dementia in Davos. Okay. You know, President Trump's brain left his body. He's giving a demented speeches. Okay. Horrible interviews. He can't even keep the country straight. Greenland or Iceland, Iceland and Greenland. It's easy to keep him straight in my mind, but I'm younger than he is. Well, Iceland is green. Greenland is ice. That's the simple way to keep it straight. But the whole debacle was just so he could change the narrative of the news and get it off of the Epstein files, which were never released. Well, the short story there is pedophiles protect pedophiles. Bad guys protecting bad guys. Con men protecting con men. Hustlers protecting hustlers. I mean, how do you want to phrase it? Epstein was evidently some kind of a spy type guy that also was a pedophile. And he was grooming and selling or renting women. He was a pimp. And all of the elites, the filthy rich, nose in the air, stuck up oligarchs hung out with him. They liked the guy. I don't hang out with pedophiles. Okay. Not my thing. I don't hang out with pimps either. And I sure as hell don't give them money. Okay. Well, that's what I've been telling people is who paid the pimp. They got paper trails on all this. They know who was supporting him, who was giving him money, and who wasn't. They could have prosecuted those other people. They decided against it because they're all their buddies. They're rich pedophile, I don't know, clique. Sorry, it's not me. I am fortunate. I raised two sons, and neither one of them was ever molested. I can't identify with these child molesters. I just can't. I don't have any empathy. It's the other way. I wish they would chase them all down and put them behind bars and protect society in general. That's why we have laws against pedophilia. Myself, I think it's horrible. It's horrible that the government is covering up for these people just because they're filthy rich. That's my opinion. I'm just one guy sitting on his couch. I can only give you my perspective, my beliefs from what I can see with my own two eyes. You know, you might have a different perspective, but to me, it's criminal. It's always been criminal. I didn't write the laws. It's never been up to me to enforce the laws. But as a member of society, I've always had to answer and be held accountable anytime I ever strayed outside the law. And that's not happening to these people because they're filthy rich. To me, these Epstein files should all be public by now. Every one of them. And there should be investigations and prosecutions for all these people. If you walk down the street and start selling women, you're going to get arrested as a pimp and you're going to be held accountable. If you walk down the street and start engaging in prostitution and paying for sex, you're going to get arrested and you're going to be held accountable. I think they should do the same for these filthy rich assholes. I don't think they should get a pass because of a job title or because of their social stature. It's bunk. If you and I are held accountable, they should be held accountable. That's my take. But instead, they're not releasing the files. They're protecting all the pedophiles and all the clients of Epstein. They're protecting them all. And they're using attacks on Venezuela, Greenland, or Iran to try to get your mind off of it. In the meantime, they're trying to build a 90,000 square foot ballroom for the pedophiles to party in on our dime. The U.S. taxpayers will be paying for their champagne and caviar. We'll be paying for the gold tassels and crown molding and marble flooring, and we'll be paying for all of it. They are building a shrine to pedophiles. I call it the Epstein Ballroom. Okay, so maybe when it's done, it's the Trump Epstein Ballroom. Right? Well, he wants his name on everything. I'm surprised he hasn't made an executive order saying we all have to get a Trump tattoo. You know, the guy's so obsessed with himself, it's pathetic. Sorry, I just, I can't identify and I can't sympathize with him at all anymore. He's done too many crass things, and protecting pedophiles is crass. It's heinous. It's a continuation of the crimes. And it's on purpose. They have millions of paper, millions of documents, millions of pieces of paperwork that correspond to the investigations that they did do. But I believe they even killed Epstein in his prison cell. I can't believe that it was suicide. I'm sorry. He was in a wing of the prison that is under suicide watch. As far as I'm concerned, he was murdered. I know that's not what they're saying, but I'm telling you what I'm thinking. Okay. Generally, it's been my experience. Child molesters go to jail, they get hurt badly. They get killed. Okay. He was a child molester. He went to jail. Oh my God, he's dead. In my opinion, if it looks like a duck, sounds like a duck, walks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. Okay. That's the only way I can call it. It's the way I see it, right? I could be wrong. Who does it hurt if I'm wrong? Who does it hurt if I'm right? Nobody. I'm a nothing guy. I'm just one guy sitting on his couch. Well, a guy with a TV show. It is what it is. No, I did not shave today, so I probably look pretty scruffy. I just didn't feel like it. So what do you guys want to talk about? What's on your mind today? Well, I went down rabbit holes earlier this week. I went on rants earlier this week. If you look it up, I think Monday's show was on civil rights. It was Martin Luther King Day. And I think, I don't know, Wednesday, I think I did tolerance for your fellow man, or maybe that was yesterday. I don't know. I'm retired. My days run together. Okay. I think it's a miracle I knew it was Friday when I woke up this morning. There was one day last week where it was 8 o'clock at night before I figured out what day of the week it was. Okay. It's not that I'm not sharp. It's that I just don't care. The minutia, the details. That's why I have a best friend, Crumbelina. She's really good at details. She doesn't miss a thing. If you've got a rule book, she'll read it and then use it to beat you half to death. Okay? She's very into details. Me, not so much. I just don't care enough. I used to when I was young, I used to be sharp and paid attention to every detail there was to pay attention to. It's how I worked my way up from dealer to casino shift managers, by paying attention to details. But I don't get paid to do it anymore, so I don't do it. Seriously. The casino business, they used to pay me to pay attention, so I did. So, what do you guys want to talk about? I don't know. I was thinking I might haul out the PS4 and fire up a video game this weekend too. The problem is that the game I play, I can easily log 40 or 50 hours on that damn thing. It's a commitment, you know. I'm not sure I want to do that. I used to play when my kids were little. And then in retirement, I tried it. I started playing something called Destiny. And then I got into the whole, I don't know, what do you call it? Modern warfare and all that. The first person shooter games. And then I got fed up with all the violence, so I got out of those. And now the game I play is called Stellaris. Well, I used to play it with my son, but he's moved on to the PS5. I've got a 3 and a 4 sitting underneath my TV, so I'm playing those games, or I'm not playing games because I'm not going to go out and buy a new gaming system every 18 months. I did that when my kids were little. I think I got my first computer when I was, I don't know, maybe 30. Well, prior to that, the computers hadn't been invented. Okay. When they came out, I ran out and I bought one, and I think it was Tandy or something from Radio Shack. Then eventually I built my own computer, and then I got tired of that and the expense of that. So then I just started going and buying a laptop. I don't get on it very much anymore. Well, I do now for the show, but just do my banking and that kind of stuff. I used to write books. Don't do that anymore. It's too detail oriented. I just don't care enough. Well, to be honest, I was doing research for a book. I wanted to, I don't know, I guess pose that if enough human beings were doing it, thus that made it normal human behavior. And through my research, I found that war fit into that category of normal human behavior. And I was like, well, I can't justify war, so I gave up on that book early. I was probably only 5 or 6 pages in, you know. Well, you can get a book published real easy now. You can self-publish on Amazon. That's what I did. I don't think you have to do any more than that if you don't want to. Well, just because you publish it don't mean it's going to sell. You still need to advertise it. But I enjoy reading from time to time. Most of these authors that I read, I don't know, they appear pretty talented at it, you know. I started reading Edgar Rice Burroughs, and then I moved on to Louis L'Amour. And now I just bounce around. Something has to catch my eye, get my interest, and then it's got to be able to hold my interest. Some of the authors that are out there nowadays are so good that I avoid them. That Stephen King, he can scare the pants off you. Okay. He can write some real creepy stuff. It's like watching violence. Violence in the movies is getting ridiculous. I started getting tired of the violence when they came out with Kill Bill. Okay. And then the Keanu Reeves stuff, John Wick. Yeah. Way too much violence. It's excessive. I'd much rather watch a comedy now. Comedies don't give you bad dreams. Some of these horror shows can. I'm careful what I watch on Tragedy Tales. If you've ever been to Tragedy Tales, you'll know what I mean. I watched a show on there, people that had died during their live streams. Yeah. As someone that does live streams, it caught my attention. Yeah, I'd really not like to die on a live stream, but I don't think those people wanted to either. Sometimes life happens. Sometimes death happens. I think the older you get, the more you realize there's so much that you cannot control in this world. And instead of dwelling on what you cannot control, I think you're better off to focus in on what you can control. Structure what you can. One of the things I've done for years is I actually sit down and I make a list. On one side, I put positive influences on my life. On the other column, I put negative influences on my life. And then when I schedule my time, I purposely schedule more time for the things in the positive column and less time for the things in the negative column. Purposely. Eventually, that negative column disappears. It's gone. Never to return. I don't want negative influences on my life to take up that much of my time. Stress, things that cause you stress. Stress is killing people all over the planet, in my opinion. So I avoid it. All the way to what I call self-censorship. I don't want anyone else to censor what I intake. But I believe that I have the right to censor what I intake. And some days I turn off the news. I don't watch it. It's too negative. Control your intake. When you're controlling your own, it's self-censorship. No one else is censoring you. I like having control of my life, and I like building for a future, and that's what this show is. Eventually I'll try to get this channel monetized so that I can go into other projects and film them and post them and make money off of them. I was thinking about writing short stories or screenplays and that kind of thing. I think you can find people to act. Well, they seem to have no trouble finding people to act up. So I think you should be able to find people that are willing to act. But I don't want to do all those projects unless I'm getting paid for it. You know what I mean? So until the channel's monetized, I'm only willing to do so much for free. Well, I don't see a whole lot of free shows on TV, believe me. I'm trying to keep this one going, but when I decided to do this project, I told myself I got to do this for 3 years to give myself a chance to build a community and let people find the show. Well, YouTube is the only platform I'm on, and that's by my choice. I don't like any of the other platforms. The other platforms, while they may have people, they also have negative things. They want to be too controlling. They want to micromanage everything and I just don't want to be micromanaged. I'm going to do things my way. If they're wrong, I'll fail. I got no problem with that. The way I set this show up, my overhead is $13.99 a month. Well, plus I got, licensing for my corporation and that crap. But, I keep my overhead down by not having a production staff. Okay. Some of the stuff I see on other shows, I think it's fake. Some of these podcast interviews that you see, I think they're structured. I think they're giving them the questions in advance and that the answers are thus prepared. And I don't think it's as off the cuff reality as they're portraying it to be. Personal opinion. Some of the stuff, yeah. Some of it they're winging, but for the most part, a lot of them seem structured to me. It's like It's not raw. This show is raw. Anything can go down in this show. You guys can get into that chat and change the subject to anything you want. That to me is a dose of reality. You don't know what's on somebody else's mind until they tell you. Okay. You don't know what their priorities are until they're played out. If this show was scripted, I probably wouldn't like it as much. Seriously. Or if I had an agenda that I had to come across and get through it, no, thank you. Oblivious, welcome. How the heck are you? I love the name. That's hilarious. I like being oblivious. What part of the world are you in? I'm guessing West Coast. West Coast, United States. That's my guess. Don't let it bother you if I'm wrong. Okay. I'm wrong a lot. That's your proof that I'm not AI. A lot of what you see on TV, I think, is just structured. It's premeditated. It's like when you watch the news and you realize that they're only telling you one side of the story. It's like, I don't know, if you're old enough, you'd remember the term Pravda. Back in the day, that was the name of the propaganda outlet that Russia used, well, the Soviet Union in those days, used for their news releases. It was an old newspaper called Pravda. It's all propaganda. They're telling you one side of the story. You're only hearing the narrative that they are willing to push. You're not hearing the whole news story. You're not hearing all sides. That's why for like war news, I go to the Enforcer channel here on YouTube. It's biased, but they tell you how they're biased. They're open and they're upfront. They represent the United States and they represent Ukraine, and they're on the free world society side of this war, of all these wars. And what they're giving you is what they can prove with video evidence. They present it in a very fast-paced way, nightly at like 10 p.m., shortly thereafter. That's where I get all my war news. I really don't get it from anywhere else, because from anywhere else, they're not giving you the whole story. They're giving you their party line. You know, they've got a narrative that they're trying to push. They want you to think that, well, for instance, like with the Palestinians, they want you to think all the Palestinians are Hamas. It's not the case. Some of those Palestinians are not tied in with Hamas at all. But they have a narrative that they're trying to push, and they're trying to make you think that all of these Palestinian people are horrible, and they're just not. It's like what they're telling you with the Iranians. They want you to think all the Iranians are really bad people. They're not. Their government is bad, and Hamas is bad. But that doesn't make the people a part of that bad. Like Russia is attacking Ukraine. That's the Russian government that's doing that. That's not the Russian people. They get the bad rap because of what their government is doing. Same thing is going on with America right now. We're getting a bad rap based on what Trump is doing. Stripping our nation of its dignity by saying he wants to attack NATO allies. Give me a break. Americans aren't sitting around thinking about killing people. It's not on our agenda. Our agenda is to take care of ourselves and our family members and our friends and build for a future. Totally different. Americans don't want to bomb foreign countries and kidnap their leaders. We've got real issues on our mind. Like, how do I cover my rent that's due next week? Governments do evil things, not necessarily people. That's my opinion. Feel free to jump in the chat and express yours. But in my opinion, governments are the ones that are bad, not the people. 33 years I worked in Vegas, and I met people from every country on this planet, and I was working for tips. And let me tell you, I made tips. Most of the people, I don't care what country you're talking about, are nice people. Most of the governments around the planet are assholes, my opinion. They got no respect for human life. But if you talk to the people respect human life. Sane people aren't sitting around thinking about killing one another. Okay? They're just not. It never crosses their mind. In my opinion, sane people are too busy for that kind. The people that are doing that are these government stooges. And they're doing it based on greed or hatred or a litany of issues. Hatred, if you hate someone, that means you have uncontrolled fear. I choose to control my fears. Sorry, but I'm a grown-ass adult, okay? You can't pay me to be afraid of you, okay? It's not going to happen. If you don't like me, I don't care. Sorry. That's as far as I'm willing to take it. You can't force me to hate you because I don't fear you. And you can't get to hatred without having an uncontrolled fear. In my opinion. Feel free to disagree. Jump in the chat, educate me, straighten me out. Maybe I should be afraid, but I'm not. I met people from every country you can name, and they were all nice. Every one of them. Germans, French, Russian, Iranian. I'm sorry. They were all nice people. Chinese, Korean, nice people. English, Canadian, Mexican, nice people. That's my opinion. That's what I gleaned from 33 years of dealing with the public. If I'd have met a bunch of jerks, I'd tell you. I didn't. I met a bunch of nice people. Same thing with this show. 5 months I'm doing this show. Nobody said a bad word to me. Seriously. I was expecting all kinds of trolls, people trying to hurt my feelings and get under my skin. None of that has happened because people are nice. People are not evil. Governments, that's a different story. That's a horse of a different color. Governments do some real dastardly shit. Look at what the U.S. government is doing to us right now. Sending ICE agents to walk the streets. Give me a break. Threatening Greenland. Give me a break. I'm sorry. Have you seen Greenland? Trust me when I tell you, you don't want to live there. Okay. It's cold. Really cold. You can live there. You can live on Antarctica. I wouldn't advise it. But if you want to, you can. No, these governments do some shady shit. Okay. The people don't. I honestly believe that the good guys outnumber the bad guys by a lot. And I'm talking 10 to 1. I saw a study that the government did about human behavior back in the 70s. I'm going to say 73 to 75 range. This study said that no matter what laws they made in the United States, or no matter how militarized they made the police force in the United States, that the criminal element, felony criminals, stayed at 7% of the population. No matter how many laws they changed, no matter how many police departments they opened up and started and hired, they couldn't affect the number. It stayed at 7% of the population. That study said that it never went to 8%, never went to 6%. They could not affect it, no matter what laws they passed, no matter what activities they made illegal. They couldn't move it from 7% of the population. That's what it is. And if you stop to think about it, it makes sense. That number stuck with me. 7% of the population in the United States is felony criminals. Okay. That means that 93% of us are not criminal at all. I'm not talking about speeding ticket criminal. I'm talking about felons, armed robberies, murder, rape, this kind of crap. They can't touch it, no matter what punishment they put. 3 strikes and you're out. War on drugs. None of it matters. 7% is criminal. 93% is not criminal. That tells me 9.3 for every 1 criminal. 9.3 good guys for every 1 bad guy. Okay. I believe it. They try to tell you, oh, crime's on the rise, crime's falling. No, it's not. The criminal population is 7%. That's it. It's not moving. They can't move it. They would if they could. They've tried. They've tried for hundreds of years. And they still can't move that number. It doesn't matter how militarized your police force gets. It doesn't matter what laws they pass. You're going to have a 7% population that is felony criminal. It is what it is. But what I glean from that, what I get from that information, is that the good guys outnumber the bad guys by almost 10-1. If you watch the news, they are throwing crime out there. Every crime that they can get a videotape on hits the news. They use it to scare you. They use it to scare you so that they can control and manipulate you. They want you to not stand shoulder to shoulder with your fellow human being. They want to divvy you up into subgroups. Christians on this side, Muslims on that side. You can't trust them. You can't trust them. The hell you can't trust them. They're people. 7% of those Christians going to be bad guys. 7% of those Muslims going to be bad guys. I don't care what subgroup you got. 7% of your population is bad guys. Democrat, Republican. 2 brand new subgroups. Let's divvy these people up. And let's tell them, oh, those Republicans are out to get you. They're going to kill you. You better strike first. And then they're going to go and they're going to tell the Democrats and the Republicans the exact same thing. You must fear them. You must hate them. You must fight them at every turn. No, you mustn't. 7% of the Republicans, bad guys. 7% of the Democrats, bad guys. I don't care what subgroup they divvy you up into, it's always going to be the same. And they're pitting you against one another because it makes it easier for them to control you. They're manipulating you on purpose, by design. You can go to college and get a 4-year degree on how to manipulate the masses, and their number one tool in their toolbox is your own fears. Stop being afraid, and they cannot control you that way. I'm sorry that I'm the only one on TV telling you that your neighbors are good guys. And I don't care what color their skin is. I don't care what their religion is. I don't care what clothing they wear. They're good guys. 7% are bad guys. Of every subgroup you can divvy humans up into, 7% are going to be bad guys, which means that 93% of us are not bad guys at all. We're all good guys. Walk down the street, meet 100 people. 7 of them are bad guys. 93 of them are good guys. Put it into perspective. The good guys outnumber the bad guys, no matter what. The 93%, you can't get us to be bad. They want to. They want you guys to fight. They want you to clash. They want to use your fears against you. Stop clashing. I know. Tolerate your fellow human being. You don't have to agree with them. Republican and Democrat don't have to agree. They don't even have to like each other. Dislike is okay. But you cannot get from dislike to hatred without adding a full cup of uncontrolled fear. Uncontrolled fear is society's wrecking ball. It will tear down everything that we've built. Uncontrolled fear, uncontrolled anger are the enemies of society. Point blank. That's what it is. That's who your real enemy is your uncontrolled anger, your uncontrolled fear. And I'll tell you why. Society has got a set of laws and rules that govern us all. You must stay inside those boundaries, or society will smack you down. Here in the United States, you're allowed to own a gun. It's legal. But if your fears get control of you and your rational thinking has been tossed out the window, you're going to walk out into your front yard and you're going to point that gun at everybody that walks by your yard. Your fear's in control, not your right mind. Your right mind knows right from wrong, and you say, I don't point guns at people. But when the fears are in control, your rational thinking is gone. You think all of those people are out to get you. They're all your enemy. They're all getting ready to storm your front door. So what happens? Somebody calls the police and they say, hey, Ghost Mosley's out here in his front yard. He's pointing a gun at everybody that walks by. Society will land on Ghost Mosley like a ton of bricks. The first thing they're going to do is take my gun. The second thing they're going to do is what we call a psychiatric hold. They're going to put me in an institution for 72 hours to see if I'm sane. If your fear is controlling you, you are not sane. Sane people control their fears. Sane people aren't running around pointing a gun at one another. That's the problem that we're having with the police department right now. That's why they're gunning people down. They get scared. Fear takes control, and now they can't separate right from wrong. When fear has control and a man reaches for his phone, you think he's pulling a gun on me. Your fear obstructs all your rational thoughts. You cannot tell right from wrong when your fear is in control of you. If you're in control of your fear can be a good thing. A little bit of controlled fear keeps you from stepping off the edge of the Grand Canyon and plummeting to your death. Little bit of controlled fear is a good thing. Can save your life. A little bit of controlled fear keeps you from walking down that dark alley at 4 o'clock in the morning. Rational thinking is in control, and you say, I could go down that alley at 10 o'clock in the morning when the light's out and there ain't no shadows for people to be hiding in. Rational thinking is in control. Fear is not. But when that fear takes control, your rational thinking is gone. Tossed out the window, no way to get it back. You're going to need some counseling, son. If you let your fear have control, you're going to be curled up in the corner, afraid to walk out your front door. If that fear's in control, you cannot make a rational decision. You must stay in control of your faculties. You must stay in control of your anger, stay in control of your fear in order to stay within the boundaries of our society, our laws and our rules. You must stay within the boundaries. If you ever stray outside those boundaries, society smashes you down right now. We're going to put you in check, buddy. We're going to throw you behind bars because you lost control. You cannot be trusted. Keep your fears in check. And the first thing you do when you keep your fears in check is you stop hating people. You stop being afraid that everyone else is going to hurt you. You see the news in America today, and they make you think there's a man with a machine gun on every corner that has been plotting to kill you for a long, long time. It's just not the case. Open your front door and point to the criminal. You can't. It's impossible. You may not like the way that guy drives his car. You may not like the way that guy dresses. You may not like the way that guy talks. But that doesn't make him a criminal. That doesn't make him part of the 7%. Control your fears, control your imagination. Do not let the news media manipulate you. You don't have to hate. Well, everybody else hates those guys, so I'm going to hate them too. Stupid. What a fool. Now you're fully in control of someone else. I'm telling you, I've met people from every religion. I've met people from every race. I've met people from every income level. They're all nice people. They're all good people. We have common ground with all of them. We're depending on all of them, and you don't even realize it. Walk over to your light switch, turn on the light. Do you know everyone that works at the power company? I don't know any of their names, but I know that I depend on them every day, and they do their job every day, because I know when I walk over to flip that switch, my light's coming on. I can trust that my light's coming on. Same thing with the kitchen faucet. If I walk over that faucet and I turn it on, clean drinking water's coming out. I don't know the people that work at the water company, but I depend on them every single day. You go to the grocery store. It's open. The food's on the shelves. Priced is marked. What? All those people go in every day and do their job. You can depend on them. Do you have to think, well, here it is Friday at 4:20 in the afternoon. Is the store going to be open? Well, yeah, it's going to be open. You can bank on it. You can rely on it. You can depend on it. You do depend on it each and every Friday at 4:20 in the afternoon. So why can't you trust that guy again? None of it makes any sense. You trust everybody every day. That's how your life functions. You can't go out to a restaurant without trusting the cook. You take it for granted, but you're relying on that guy. It's Friday night. Are you going out tonight? You're going to go have a drink. You take your significant other out for a meal. You're going to go out and you're going to enjoy life. You might take in a movie. You're relying on all these other human beings, and you don't know who the hell they are. You don't know their names. And you rely on them each and every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So why are you supposed to hate these people that you don't know? Why are you supposed to fear these people that you don't know? Tell me again. The fact that we have this quality of life, that we can forget about all these people that are constantly on the job, doing their job. The ease of life, the benefits of life always depend on other people. It's not just you. You want to try a life without people? See how much harder your life gets. Move out of town, 50 miles from your nearest neighbor. Build a cabin. Oh, you got no electric, you got no water, you got no freezer full of meat. ASP, welcome. How are you today, brother? I looked for you yesterday. Charlie was here, but you never showed. I'm teasing. My point is, we all rely on one another. That's it. You just don't know each other's name. You got no reason to fear each other. You got no reason to hate each other. You're saying goodbye? Why? Got tired of looking at me and my pretty face? That's okay. You don't owe me nothing, brother. It's probably you probably found a better show or something better to do with your time. I understand. If you change your mind next week, I'll still be here. I don't think I've met Nash yet. I'm taking it you call him Nash because he's from Nashville, but I don't think I've met him yet. But you guys always show up in the last half hour of the show when you do show up. So I'm figuring there must be some time restraints. Maybe you guys ain't. Hey, Charlie, welcome. Yeah, maybe you guys are just busy. You're switching classes. Isn't it mid-semester? Don't classes change in April? Well, it was nice meeting you guys. I've enjoyed our time together. Well, you're always going to be welcome. You'll find this as an inclusive channel, okay? Everyone is welcome, whether they stay, go, come and go, hit and run. It's all good. I haven't seen Hamilton. I've heard good things about it, but I haven't seen it. What do you like about Hamilton? You're allowed to do whatever you want. I don't care, SP. If you want to put a bunch of emojis in, knock yourself out, I could try to do one or two. I've never done those before. That's funny. But yeah, you can do all the emojis you guys want. I don't mind. I can do hearts. Well, I'm sorry your class has ended. I hope everybody passed and gets full credit. What class are you guys graduating, anyways? My granddaughter is getting ready to graduate high school. She's 3 credits short of an associate's degree. She's going to go to Portland University and major in social work. I think she's going to major in social work litigation. Oh, I think everybody cut out now. I forgot what I was talking about. Must have been real important. Oh, yeah, that's it. Tolerate your fellow human beings, please. You don't have to agree with them. You don't have to like them, but you do need to tolerate them. Whatever your differences, just get past them. In my opinion, it matters. If you can get past your differences with other people, you can get other people on your team. I'm ready. This is your legacy? Oh my goodness. Hey, I like those aliens. I like the lips too. I was thinking of getting a lip tattoo. I ain't telling you where. I don't know. That looks like a ghost with a heart on. I don't get it. The other one, the purple one, looks like Papa Smurf. And the pink one looks like a dog. I don't know how you get those bows on the hearts there, Charlie, either. I didn't remember seeing those in mine. Ooh, I kind of like that one. Yeah, I kind of like that one. I don't know what it is, but I like it. It's very similar to my go live button on YouTube. And I do like to hit that go live button. Oh, it's been nice having you guys in the room. I appreciate you. But the show will still be here anytime you're off from 3 to 5 Eastern. Jump in. You'll always be welcome. I think it's hilarious that you guys do this together. Back in the day, I used to chat and I used to see friends in the chat room, but we never all arrived at the same time or all left at the same time. That's probably a new thing for your generation. I appreciate you guys. Even Nash, even though he hides, he's too shy. Shout out Bad Boy Halo. Yeah, I can say that. I can say shout out to SP Witter. Shout out to Charlie Ratner. And shout out to Nash, the mystery man. What are you guys taking in school? What are your majors? I'm thinking you're getting into something really boring. Like, I did you first, SP. SP Witter, the original bad boy of afternoon chat. How's that for a shout out? The OG. Hey, no matter what happens in life, you can't blame me. I'm Mr. Innocent. Just keep that in mind, guys. Tell your friends. That's me, Mr. Lung Cancer. Unfortunately, I don't have any. I got checked. The doctor got pissed off. I told her, I've been smoking for 50 plus years. She sent me in for a CT scan. I came back to hear the results and she said, "Get out of my office. You don't make any sense." I think that cancer affects some people differently. No, I ain't got an office. This is my living room. I'm sitting on my couch. You can have an office. That's a lot of responsibility, a lot of overhead. I was thinking I might try to get a house and have a spare bedroom that I could make into a sound studio. But, I ain't holding my breath. Tell me, what's your opinion? Is it legal for me to smoke pot on a live stream? I mean, I smoke cigarettes on there, but can I do pot? Can I fire up a bowl? I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, but then I would probably have to read those community guidelines. I don't recommend anybody do anything illegal or immoral or unethical. Just because you see me doing something don't mean you need to do it. Are you guys partying this weekend? Gonna go out chasing girls? That's probably what I was doing when I was your age. I don't have an office, don't want an office. That'd just be another thing I had to clean. YouTube, I like this stuff. I really do. But YouTube does tell me I need to ask people to like and subscribe. YouTube tells me I'm doing a great job. I have gotten into 3 different algorithms on YouTube now. I do one live stream algorithm, I got a video algorithm, and a shorts algorithm. And I got the show in all 3. So hopefully viewership will increase and subscribers will increase and all that crapola. Keep YouTube happy. I enjoy doing this. And I have thought about doing some other projects. To be honest with you, this film editing doesn't interest me in the least. I know I got to do it, but so far I haven't done any film editing. I have done everything in one take. I know. It's the details. They're everything. But if you want war news, tune into The Enforcer. You want to know what's going on with American bison? Tune in to Cross Timbers Bison. If you want to know what's going on with Detroit Lions, tune in to Mike Kimber. If you want to know what's going on in the NFL, tune in to Tom Grossi. These are the people I watch. I feel like keeps me well-rounded, keeps me knowledgeable about what's going on. And Tom Grossi does a Friday night Q&A. I'll probably be watching. I don't chat with him, but I watch him. I'll probably have a beer with him tonight. I just find the guy entertaining. I wasn't was thinking about talking to him about former teachers that live stream. I think there are a lot of former teachers that are getting into live streaming. It may just be coincidence, but it looks to me like a lot of former teachers really enjoy this format. Personal opinion. I'll say the greatest of the three, SP. Charlie's a close second. And Nash is a total stranger. Never met the guy. Don't know him. I'm assuming he's from Nashville. That's all I can do. You still haven't told me what classes you're taking, what your major is. I'm thinking you guys are going to be like writing code. I hate writing code. Tried it once 40 years ago. I ain't going to do it again. I didn't like the whole DOS system. I didn't care for it. Back in my day, all I ever got was syntax errors. That's all I remember from it. Everything I tried to do, I kept getting syntax errors. But I've enjoyed chatting with you guys. And I hope you do make it back. And I do wish you a lot of luck with your schooling. Education's important. I ought to know. I didn't have any. I done graduated 9th grade at the juvenile home. That's my education. I did pass a GED test back in 75. And half a dozen trade schools. But I'll say Ghost Mostly is the greatest. How's that? But I've enjoyed talking to you guys. I hope you have good lives. I feel positive about y'all. You're all sharp. Yeah, I got about 5 minutes left. All good things come to an end. All good things come to an end. Oh, don't break your heart. It's not sad. You guys can come back anytime you want. The show will be here. Afternoon chat, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't give out my real name, Charlie. Oh, God. Oh, God. SP Wooder, you're coming unglued. What? Afternoon chat, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. I could be the best 2 hours of your life. Tell your friends. The only guy you've ever met on TV that's not trying to sell you anything. The drop off between 158 and 201 for the length of time of the show, the drop off in viewership is huge. I have to stay under 158, 159. I don't have a choice. My viewership will drop if I go over 2 hours. I don't know why. I'm actually having some thoughts that I need to lessen the time of the show. Thank you, SP. Thank you much. And thank you, Charlie. And tell Nash I said thanks too. I appreciate you guys. And I wish nothing but the best for you. And if there's ever anything I can help you with, counsel you with, please don't hesitate to jump back in. I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I guarantee you I'm not the dumbest. This show will be back on Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it'll still be free. I appreciate all my viewers. I appreciate those that like and subscribe. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to spend with me. You're all good people. And a special shout out to today's chatters, SP Witter, Charlie Ratner, and Almost Nash. The stars of today's show. Fridays are always a good show. I love you guys. Be good. Be safe. Find joy in your life. And remember, old Ghost Mostly still kicking around anytime you need to see him. I'll talk to you soon. Well, I am the guy with a gang. Some type of ghost posse. Farewell. I appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Be happy. Be nice to everybody. You're going to like the end result. And I am Ghost Mostly. Have a great day. Bye.